Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I'm Nev from Nev's Tech Bits, and if you have an Android, ladies and gentlemen, you need one of these, an on-the-go cable. If you have been using an Apple laptop, you know what it's like not to have USB ports, but if you've been using an Android phone for so long, it's the same way. You're just not used to it, and you're not ready for the experience. But what you can do when you actually have the ability to use a standard USB cable on your Android. Let's take a look, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we can do with this fun stuff. Okay, I got my LG G6 here. I'm going to unplug it from charging. Look at these awesome things that you can use on your Android when you have a USB breakout and on-the-go cable. Anything this USB you can use. Check out my new mouse. Perfect. $3 shipped from China, eBay. Beautiful, beautiful. Just plug it in and away you go. Check that out. That's some nice stuff. That's what I'm talking about. Baba, I tell you what. Anyways, very nice. Very nice. Next up, a sound card. A USB external sound card. So that you can use a standard 3.5-inch adapter in case you have one of those phones that don't take the 3.5 adapter. Just like that. Just like that. Whoa. Just let me take a sec here to get through to you guys how strange it is that I'm actually getting audio from out of this. It's amazing. It's just the craziest thing. Next up, remember these things? The USB, melt in your mouth, not your hand. You know what I'm talking about. Anyways, plug it in. It gets started. It shows up as USB, power supply, charging, file transfer. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll open up Astro. And we'll fight with it a little bit. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we will transfer music directly to my MP3 player that I haven't used in like 20 years. Wait, here it is. Here it is. Blam, just like that. Oh yeah, I got all of my old videos. Satan is my motor. War Pigs, Bound for Mexico. Ruby sees all. This is my cake mix. Awesome, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways, a blast from the past. Next thing you can do with it. Definitely all day long. I really shouldn't eject it like that. But check it out. You can expand your storage USB standard. And just like that, I should probably close this and then reopen it. Man, I can check out all my pornography. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, let's say I'm on the bus and I'm like, oh, I'm so bored. I wish I had my pornography here, but I don't. We can just come in here, just like that. Yep. And there's all my great stuff. There's the goat kind. That's what I'm talking about. All kinds of good stuff. Yeah, you know, I don't like to watch this stuff when I'm by myself. But man, if I can do it on the subway or something. Okay, seriously though, I had a friend who, whenever we go to Toronto, he would watch that kind of stuff on his cell phone in public, just to get me going. Just to get me going. Okay, next up, we're going to try a wireless. Yeah, we are going to plug in a wireless, and it will work. Oh, and it will work. I'm going to plug in a wireless connector. Aw, yeah. Okay, seriously, unless your Wi-Fi was broken in your unit, you don't necessarily need this, unless you needed better range. So then, oh man, it's always good to have an antenna. Check out this super antenna, ladies and gentlemen. This will definitely get me friends. I mean, I just walk up, swagger into the bar with this giant antenna. Man, it's gonna make some men jealous. What I'm talking about, yeah. Anyways, I actually have an antenna for, I have another antenna for GPS, which would be equally as useless in something like this. But, you know, if you had a Windows tablet, that could be quite useful if you're having issues. A breakout board, very nice, very nice. Anyways, next up, this is a really silly idea I have. Give me a quick sec. Now, one interesting thing about Android phones in this day and age, you can actually use it to power other things, to give power to other things. And one thing I'm going to use this to give power to is a heating pad. That's right, USB heating pad. Now, I might brick my phone doing this, but I will do it for science. But first, before I do, I'm going to see how much of a draw I'm going to get out of this thing, because it really takes a lot of draw. And this unit here will tell me exactly how much it's taking. For science, Bobby. Not actually much. Now this unit's kind of burnt out a little bit. That's not sending out a whole lot. But it is getting warm. So it will work. Maybe just not particularly nicely. Let's see what happened. Almost 5 volt, 0.13 amp. That's pretty low. Let's see what it draws out when I put it into a proper battery. About the same thing. I wonder what happens when I go and get a new one that's not burnt out. Alright, that's drawing out about a half an amp, well more than half an amp. Let's put it into the phone and see if I brick it. Huh. I think this thing won't give much over 5 or 0.5 amps. Is it still working? Yes, it's still working. And as you can see in the top right, it's actually giving power out. That is an interesting thing, Bobby. I'll tell you what. Anyways, okay, I just made this up. This isn't actually a thing. It is a thing, but this isn't actually it. But USB to network. Isn't it funny how USB fits perfectly in the network? Went over to my buddy's place one day, and I was trying to get the network hooked up, and I realized he had it in like that one. It's like, you silly bastard. So, USB to network is still faster than, actually I should say hardwire or USB to network is faster than Wi-Fi is right now. Remember that. Keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're getting a bad signal, sometimes you're in a big house, you're in the basement, and you don't have Wi-Fi, but you have something like this, and then this thing comes in super useful. Not always, but man, when you can use it, man, you really need it. So here's a Frankenstein thing I got. It's a USB hub. And I'm going to plug it in here. There's 3 USB cables in there, almost 100 gigs. I'm going to plug it in here. I'm going to see if it comes up as multiples. I don't want to see how much it's going to drain. One sec. Still picking it up. And it sees one of the USB drives. Just one of them. SD card. Okay, it sees 2 of the USB drives. It sees 2 of them. Something's up with the 3rd one though. But still, that's pretty cool. Ladies and gentlemen, the on-the-go cable. The on-the-go cable. That isn't just the only thing that's super cool about it. Check this out. Ladies and gentlemen, it has begun. It's come full circle. You can play full versions of games on your mobile system now with a remote control. That changes everything. It's like, why would you want a remote control for your mobile? Well, most of the time it's because you got sucked into a video game and you love it so much.
Die now and leave this world. You'll never belong here.
Words to live by.
But this world invited me.
Whose work life has become your home life, you can now use the keyboard and mouse as a docking station. That's right, friends. No longer are you bound by only your thumbs. Now you can hook up keyboard and mouse to your Android phone. And no one would probably normally need to do that except for this new pandemic thing that's got everyone all excited. Oh yeah, everyone should do this. Everyone should make an office space like this. Because everyone these days, nobody has a computer anymore, right? Just seems to be the way she goes. It's so nice. Oh, my mouse pad, my waifu. Waifu, she. That's what I'm talking about. Anyways. Lastly, one of the super best things that you can do with your on-the-go cable is charge your remote control helicopter. Dun dun dun. Yes, you can. You can. Anyways, that's it from me, folks. Nev from Nev's Tech Bits. Definitely recommend you get an on-the-go cable if you have an Android. It will change your life. I swear to God, my guys. It'll change your life. Have a good one, folks. Stay safe.